from a dump of a house and a dump of a property to our absolute dream big backyard property. If you have a dream of making a property your own or finding an amazing one for you, this is what we did. Here's some of the footage, some of the mistakes, and all of the joy that's come with it. All right, so my wife and I spent some time at a family acreage property, and I spent the whole drive home dreaming of ours and was really lucky to find a couple of acres pretty much still in town and talk her into buying this thing. The last 12 years has been this transformation. We bought this little old 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,600 square foot house that this bachelor cop had just trashed. And we totally gutted it and remodeled it and added on to it. We started putting in gardens. We started kind of learning and understanding the property, kind of where the shade spots were. We had this really swampy, mosquito-infested low spot in the back, which became the pond. We had this area to the right that was actually really level and had great kind of access to sun flow, meaning not a lot of shade. That became the orchard. We had this really cool dead middle part of the yard that had full sun, but some afternoon shade. That became the garden. We took an old nasty shed and eventually ripped that out. We had an above ground pool for a while. We ended up getting rid of that. That ended up being just a big slab, which was kind of our sport court, which much later turned into our pickleball court and basketball court. We added a greenhouse fairly early, and that's just gotten used more and more and more as the orchard has developed, and we've planted more flowering and ornamental stuff. And then, shocker of all shockers, after saying never, 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 we did several things we swore we'd never do, like add a pool. And then much later, many more nevers, we swore we'd never tear this house down. And we did. We tore the house down after 10 years of living in it and enjoying it, but really fighting some imperfections and water problems. And so 4-ish years ago, we tore that bad boy down, moved out for a little over a year, started completely new, but built around a lot of the existing lot features because the lot is the thing I always dreamed of, that we moved here for and did not want to sacrifice. And honestly, while we did that, we looked around for other properties because we thought this was crazy and we just couldn't find anything that really compared to what we wanted here. So as you can tell, lots has changed over the years, but nothing more than tearing down that house and building a larger, nicer, obviously newer, really dream home for us. And I swore I'd never do it because most people do it. And even when they move in their new houses, they sort of regret things and wish they had done it differently. And man, we had a great builder, and my wife probably dedicated a year of her life to getting this right, and we absolutely love it. So you can see now there's 2 ponds. The orchard is much, much more developed with 20 plus fruit trees in the orchard and another dozen or so outside of it. We planted over 90 crepe myrtles, which are now mature and some still growing and blooming a couple times a year. You can see some shots where you can see the paths worn in the yard where the kids have been riding the 4-wheelers and the bicycles. There's fish in the pond. We've stained the pickleball court. We built the whole new house around the existing pool. We've replaced the gravel driveway to now a fully paved circular driveway with some extra parking for the camper and things like that. And we've been able to really watch the property mature around us, where we've planted grass where there was none, where we've put trees for shade and fruit and gardens and some ornamental, some for privacy. You can see the full perimeter of the property has really, really, really grown up, whether it's back by the pond or even out to the front, because you can tell there's over a dozen neighbors of our property that all share fence with us at one point or another. And while we really do like our neighbors, we bought the property because we wanted to feel out of town. And so that privacy, shrubs and evergreen growth and some of those trees are there to give us the ability to be near and with our neighbors, but also to feel all by ourselves like we're out in the country. It's a bit of best of both worlds. By the way, if you're looking for a property like that, you want some best of both worlds with land and space and home and house and all the joys of a little bit of acreage living, some big backyard properties, just reach out to us. You can just Google my name, Todd Tremonti. You can click a link near this video, or you can always just call our office. Just find us online, Todd Tremonti Home Selling Team. We'd be thrilled to meet you wherever you are, whether buying or selling a property like this or a great neighborhood home in DFW. But as you can see in the images, we love it. Our kids love it. We host all the time. And so much of what has been added or improved, and some things removed, some things didn't work out, You can see that fire pit was kind of isolated for a few years, and then we added the whole pergola area, and that's evolved to decomposed granite being around it and planting some wisteria. Each and every single piece of this property, I could tell you that type of story for. We added this, we took that away, we redid it, we improved it, we increased the quality of it or the quantity of it or whatever the case is. But we love it. We love it. We're not finished. Maybe we'll do another update sometime down the road. But this is, a dozen years or more of a tremendous amount of focus on cultivating a family, a home, friendships, ministries, and relationships with our neighbors, and being able to really, really love our home. So if you want to buy or sell one like this, holler at us, Todd Tremonti Home Selling Team, all over DFW. Our team is both in Fort Worth and in Richardson. We work the whole Metroplex because we love it, and we'd love to serve you as well. Enjoy it and check out other videos.